begin tonight with thoughts from students and professionals on diversity in the media during a Newhouse Black History Month symposium today. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Mike Lamorte. Well, if you don't know by now, it's Valentine's Day, and yes, love is in the air. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Mike Lamorte.
Yeah, and I'm Jake Morrell. I can just feel the love, man.
Yeah,
I can just feel it. Well,
radiating. And I'm Mike Lamorte in for Peter Elliott tonight. The Syracuse VA Medical Center director has now resigned after accepting what many are calling deferred resignation. That's where we find our Grace Elford. Grace, what's the latest with these federal cuts? Donald Trump has fired 6 senior FBI officials and multiple regional FBI heads throughout this country. This includes Assistant Director to the District of Columbia, David Sundberg, who was involved with the prosecution of President Trump for his involvement in inciting the January 6th insurrection. A 15-year-old is dead and his sister hospitalized following a car crash yesterday morning. Police say 17-year-old Gia Myers was driving herself and her brother Gavin to school. That's when snowy road conditions caused her to lose control of the car and crash into an SUV on Route 91 in Pompey. Police pronounced Gavin dead at the scene. His sister was taken to Upstate Medical Hospital, where she currently is in critical condition. Now to the latest. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass says she's removing the LA Fire Department Chief Kristen Crowley a month after the wildfires swept the city. Bass said in her press conference that 1,000 firefighters could have been on duty the morning the fires broke out and were instead sent home. Thanks, Alex. Well, new at 6, Syracuse is expanding their Hometown Heroes banner program. Mayor Ben Walsh says after a successful first year, the city will roll out new locations for banners this coming Memorial Day. The program lets loved ones of veterans or active duty members pay for a banner that would feature the ones close to them. Walsh says he is grateful for the program's success and encourages people to, quote, celebrate their loved ones. Again, Jude, you can see just how much Syracuse is deeply rooted with their veterans and just showing support on campus and just locally. Over to New York City now, an independent lawyer has been assigned to New York City Mayor Eric Adams' federal corruption case. Judge Dale Ho, who is overseeing the case, appointed a Supreme Court lawyer to present adversarial arguments on the Department of Justice's bid to drop those charges. Judge Ho says it is an unusual move in a criminal prosecution to bring in another lawyer to assist in the court's decision-making. A new U.S. Census data from 2023 reveals Syracuse ranked 17th in the nation for rate of households receiving food stamps. Nearly 30% of the city receives assistance through the government program, which is about 17,800 households. Other upstate cities included on the list are Buffalo, ranking number 14, and Rochester, ranking number 9. From one food story to the other, the Food Bank of Central New York received a unique donation recently, 40,000 pounds of live local salmon. Local Coho, a salmon farm in Auburn, gave away its remaining stock in preparation for their closing today. Volunteers helped to collect the fish and package it for processing, where it will then be redistributed to over 200 food banks across the region. The donation is expected to provide over 26,000 servings of protein for those in need and could feed thousands of families. New this morning, a Syracuse Common Council committee is holding a meeting to allow residents to express concerns over the lead levels in the city's drinking water. This meeting is scheduled for this Thursday, November 14th at 5:30 in the evening in the Van B. Robinson Common Council chambers at City Hall. Last month, Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh's administration announced testing that revealed a spike in lead levels in Syracuse's drinking water. Well, they're saying that testing may have been faulty. President Donald Trump is eyeing a way for people to pay their way into becoming U.S. citizens. He calls it a gold card, and it's his plan for attracting wealthy immigrants to the United States. All right, now enough about the hardware. Let's go over to the Diamond Spring Training.
Sure.
Baseball is back. But there was a controversial rule that was reversed today for the New York Yankees, their facial hair policy. I'm not excited about that, but what's your opinions? Welcome back into Market Shares, a show you'll always be welcome to. New York City, though, not so sure, because Governor Kathy Hochul just announced that her congestion pricing plan will begin in January with a $9 toll. Hochul placed a pause on the tolling plan this summer, just weeks before it was expected to begin, saying she would reduce rates to appease critics, saying the prices were just too high. The goal, to get cars off Manhattan's crowded streets and improve air quality while also raising money for the city's transit systems. The plan, which is the first of its kind in the nation, could still be derailed President-elect Donald Trump has threatened to kill congestion pricing as one of his first acts in office. At least 9 lawsuits have been filed over congestion pricing in recent years. Safe to say this will be an interesting story to follow. For market shares, a lot of times we're having Whitman students in the business school tune in. So talk to that young entrepreneur. What caused you to say, I want to take on this task, and what does that road to launching the app look like? Let's move to another cryptocurrency. How about XRP? My brother Dom back home in Staten Island begging me to talk about XRP. Well, guess what, Dom? Congratulations. XRP now $2.39 a coin. That's up nearly more than 400% since the election. Again, great news for cryptocurrency, especially with this SEC pick. XRP was facing a lawsuit. The lawsuit alleged that XRP was sold as an unregistered security. That lawsuit, though, expected to be dropped during this next administration. Carson, I can't explain enough just how popular Lululemon is amongst my girlfriend. To think that Lululemon sales
I wear Lululemon.
Not to discredit the Lululemon that you wear. It's a very, very comfortable brand, very premium clothing, but I can't fathom the idea that they actually dropped sales in the United States.
Yep.
Former President Biden's SAVE plan has been denied by a U.S. appeals court, claiming President Biden overstepped his power. Well, our Dylan Augustine has more on how this is impacting borrowers. I want to talk about a big chip maker here in Syracuse, Micron. We've seen President Trump, even the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, talk about how the Chips and Science Act is investing billions of dollars into companies that are already worth billions of dollars. Hence, they don't like it. So with Trump saying that, and that could affect Micron, which has they have a market cap of $110 billion, about that. Would it affect a company like that? Welcome back to Market Shares. We apologize for those technical difficulties, and thank you for sticking with us. Over the past week, thousands of U.S. federal employees have been fired in the masses. The terminations span multiple government employees. Here to talk about this is our analyst, Brennan Andrews. Brennan, come on, get in there.
All right,
there we
cheers.
go. Cheers. And here we go. There's pickles on it. I didn't know that.
It's so bad. It's not good.
Wow. Well, it was an experience. It was the McRib experience. I think I just first time. What better way to do it right here on Market Shares?
We've been told never to eat on camera, but I guess we'll do it.
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
That's actually not as bad as I expected. No. Peter, I think that's all the time we have in Market Shares. I got to go take this to the back and finish it.
Yep.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and at Citrus TV News. For the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Mike Lamorte.
I'm Peter Elliott. We're going to keep enjoying these Frosties. Have a good night, Syracuse.